Module 11 topic is creating and managing workspaces. Creating and managing workspaces. So even though you do not have the lab which you can do yourself, but what I think I would do for you is I'll probably show you a guide and you can probably go through it from your own end as well. So still leave your module 10 open or still leave it open. We would still be able to create a sort of lab ourselves. So we want to look at how to create and manage workspaces. So before now, you have been working with just the default workspace. So you can create your own workspace and then manage the workspace. So we'll see how you can share and manage Power BI assets. Power BI asset means how you can share and manage your reports, your dashboard, okay, your apps. Those are the things that makes up our Power BI assets: the report, the dashboard, the apps. All right, creating workspace. How do you create a workspace? First, what is a workspace? A workspace is a centralized repository, which is like a folder that you can use to collaborate with your colleagues and teams. That means it is something that can be shared. Okay, so it means when you keep anything in the workspace, your colleague you are having the same you are in the same tenant can actually have access to it. Your colleague that are in the same company can have access to it. You can also create collections of reports and dashboard and keep them in a particular workspace that you have created. Workspaces also provide the following benefits. You can share and present your reports in a single environment using Workspace. It also enable a very high level of security because it is only those who you give access to or you share with that can have access to the workspace that you have. It also gives you an environment for housing your report and dashboard, which can be used by other people as well. All right, so how do we create a workspace? Please, can you see make a report easily viewable and shareable by creating a workspace? So we can create a workspace by coming to this place. So let me do mine. I think you probably can follow me and do from your end as well. Okay, you can go to your, okay, you can come here. Let me minimize this one so as to see my workspace. All right, so if you are not seeing your workspace, it probably means that you need to minimize your browser. Okay, so I came to this place to minimize my browser. All right, so this is my Power BI service, which is the cloud one. How do you create workspace? If you click on this navigation pane, you will see workspace. Okay, so from here you can click on it, then you click what, create workspace. So can we all do this so that we'll be following since there's no lab? Are you there? Are you able to go to Power BI service, click on workspace, and then click create workspace? So I'm waiting for you before I click my create. Is everyone here? Hello? Are we all following? Can I continue? All right, so click on create workspace and then you can put the name of your workspace. So let's assume we create a workspace called Ekron. Okay, and then you click on save, or let's say I can put it as my name, Sunday Workspace. Yes, I'm recording it. If you have issues you can always watch the recording. All right, so workspace name is Sunday Workspace, and then I click on save. So you can see it's going to have it under, that is the Sunday Workspace. So you can create your own workspace and put your name. Okay, to do it again, all you need to do is what, click on workspace, then you click create, and you provide the name for the workspace. If you like, you can put a description for the workspace. So that's how to create a workspace. After you have created a workspace, what else can you do? You can populate your workspace. That means you can add content to your workspace. How do you add content to your workspace? You click on add content, and then you can search for the content you want to add. So what kind of content do you want to add? Do you want to, okay, what kind of content do you want to add? Do you want to discover the content you have in your organization, or choose an app from online service that you see, or get a content from a file, from a database, from a data flow? Okay, so let's say get from a from a file, bring in your report workload or data from Excel. So when talk about getting data from a file, it means you're getting from either Excel, Power BI, desktop, or CSV. So here we can click on this one, get data, since we already have, okay, files there. All right, so if I click on file, it's asking me, is the file on my local computer? Yes. Is it inside of the SharePoint or OneDrive? So it's in local. All right, so I can look for where I have the files. I'll go to D drive. D drive. In D drive, I've got a lot of files there. Let me use this one. Okay. All right, so it's importing the file for me. So now I have something in my workspace. So that's how to create a workspace, and also to add content to it. You can keep adding content from time to time to your workspace. Okay, you can add reports, paginated reports. Paginated report is the one we created yesterday by using this particular tool called the Power BI report builder. Okay, yesterday my data source did not work, and then let's see another data source that's available. Microsoft SQL Server. They provided one called data. Okay, let me see from here. I've got resources. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, so there's a particular, okay, the particular one that you use in your lab. Let me just try and fetch it. Was that lab for 9? Was it 9 or 8 now? There's a particular server name that was used. Okay, yep. Data source. Okay, all right, add source. I want to see the exact name that was used. Okay, which was the data source? Data source name. All right, add the data source. Okay, data source properties replace with adventure walk. Okay, connection is SQL server. All right, okay, localhost. Okay, it's localhost. Okay, and then we chose adventure walk. Okay, and then click on, you can test the connection, test correctly. Okay, so building with this one, we're able to, so whatever you have here, so if you have any report created with Power BI report builder, you can actually open it here. That is, you can add it to your workspace. That is talking about paginated reports. You can also add dashboard, data sets. All of these are what we call the Power BI assets, which you can add to your workspace. Okay. All right. So let me see from here. Okay. I can come here, add data sets. Okay. And then import. Where's the import there? Okay, import. Okay, import it from lab 10. The hundreds, the labs, the 10. Okay, we've got the assets. Okay, all right. Okay, so now I have my data set here. Okay, so I can drag and drop this one. If I want information about other dates, I want something like this. Okay, just trying to build this. So whatever report we have here, we can open it in our workspace. So let's continue here. Okay, so we'll see how to create a workspace. A workspace is a folder that we are creating to be able to keep reports that we want to share with other people. All right, so you provided the name, which I have gone through this with you. And then you can also click on included in app so that it will include it in app as well. So that you can see from here, from this place, you can see my, okay, I can see this is the report I have created now. The report that I imported is this one. Okay, if I go back to the previous page, it shows me I can create it as an app. So you can include it in an app. So you have these reports and it can be included in an app. Assign workspace roles. Roles determine what a user can do in a workspace so that team can collaborate. So you can identify a particular user as admin, as a member, as a contributor, or as a viewer. So a viewer means the person will be able to view. It cannot make any changes. A contributor can actually contribute, okay, to the report design, and admin will have the right to give the permission to somebody else. The contributor cannot make modification and share with another person. But if somebody is given an admin right, the person is able to create and also be able to give permission or share the same thing with someone else. So that is the admin role. Okay, so we can create apps, and to create app, it's simple. Someone sent something. Okay, so we can create app, and to do that, we come back to this. Okay, let me go back to the place I was before. So here I have this. So based on this report and the data sets, I can click on create app. Then it will tell me what name am I calling the app. Okay, it's supposed to be, let's say, sales monitoring, sales monitoring reports, because it's not a dashboard, it's a report. What is the summary? I can copy and paste the same thing just to save time. Okay, all right, so I can put a support site here. That is share where your user will find the help. I can put, if there is a particular link where there is a help guide on how to work with the report, I can put it here. Okay, and then it's asking me to put a logo. So let me try to find a logo here. All right, I think I should find a logo somewhere. Okay, resources, there should be some logo. So I can use any of this logo. Let's say I use this. Okay, so that's the logo it's going to put there for my sales. Let me check what the second one looks like. Okay, so this is a logo. Then The theme, what color do I want? I can choose color, maybe I choose this color. Okay, that is the color the app will appear as, but similar to the color that we have for our Power BI. So let me choose another color. Okay, so to give this color. All right, contact information, show the app publisher who published it. I can decide to show that. Show item contact from the workspace, show specific individual or group. Okay, I can decide to show any information I want to show along with this logo. So let's say, just say show app publisher, and I click on publish. Before then, you can also configure your navigation. Okay, so you can configure navigation here. This is the report. This is the link that people will use to access it. This is the name of the report. I can make changes if I want to make changes to it. Okay, and I can click on advanced. The default navigation width will be 240 pixel. I can make it smaller or wider as the case may be. You can also come here and click on permission. So permission is you are given access to, is it the entire organization? So if I choose entire organization, it means that everybody who has email, you can see everybody who is on this. I'm sure that is your own too. LOD, SA. If this is what you have, okay, if it's similar to mine, then you have access to it. I can also specify specific individual I want to share the report with. Okay, so let me share entire organization, but before then, let me take note of this and check it against the record you have. Let me open one of your own. Okay, let me open for one person. Okay, let me open Dino, and from Dino I want to see whether it's the same. Okay, then I need to take control to see that. Okay, all right, here I'll come to my resource, and then I can check if we are the same. The same in the sense that this is LOD SA440169. All right, if I check with mine, let's see, my own is, let me go to my resources. Okay, let me open this one again. All right. Okay, this is my own. I want to open the one for, okay, so this is the one for Dino. Okay, just to check whether it is the same. All right, LOS. Okay, so you can see it's not the same tenants. This is what we look for. The same, it's not the same tenants. So the tenant here is not the same with that of, all right, so the tenant here, especially the prefix, yeah, is the prefix we see here. So it's not the same tenant. LODSA4401. This is 58, okay, 98205. All right, but let me just copy our own email. Let me copy our mail. Okay, these are email, so I can share with her. Copy. Okay. All right, so it says share with specific group of people. I can put email there. Oof, it didn't copy it out. Okay, it's admin. Okay, this is for me. Admin LO. All right, so it's going to show for me because I'm the only one here. Let me just see if I want to share. Put in your own. Okay. I copied out this email address. Copy. Close. Not bad. Okay. Can I use this one here? Okay. So if I put this one, admin at LODSA44440169 dot on Microsoft.com. Okay, so here it's telling me this email are invalid or a duplicate. This email address are invalid or a duplicate. So it's not accepting this email. But if you have a specific email, especially that is in the same tenant name, like here, you can see this is the tenant here is LODSA58, and this one is a different one entirely. So you can share your app with either the entire organization or with specific individual or group of people in the organization. So if you click admin blah 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 blah, you click on publish. So here we can say allow everyone who has the app to allow all users to connect to the app, allow user to make a copy of the app. These are security. You can say no, they can't make a copy. Allow user to share the app and the app data using share permission. You can allow that if you want to allow them to share. Okay, and then we can say this should install automatically if we have chosen I think if we choose entire organization. All right, so this is not enabling that, so we can have it install automatically, but that's not enabled for this particular app. So here we have, you can allow them to share, you can allow them to make copy, and click on publish. When you publish an app that has large distribution, it will take a while to process, typically 5 to 10 minutes to process. So but it can take up to 1 day. So I can click publish, and then let's see how long it will take to publish. So let's go back to, all right, give people the link or direct them to the app. So let me copy this one. I've copied. I can go to app myself. So it's installing the app. All right, so you can remember I chose this color. So this is the app now. So the report looks like an application where users can actually work with it. Okay, that is the report that I uploaded into my workspace. So invariably I have shared my workspace. So to share my workspace, the first thing was to create a workspace, and then to create an app, and then determine who have access to the app and who will not have access to the app. Okay, so let me go back to this one. Let me provide this link here. Let's see if we can. Oh, okay, it's not coming up with the link. All right, so Dinia, can you check whether you can see, since I put your own email there? Dinia, can you okay, let me go and see your screen. Okay, I've already opened it before. All right, this is Dinia's screen. Okay, so let's go to Dinia's. Let me refresh this. Okay, share with me. All right, so she's not seen anything yet. Okay, since you don't have any app yet, Dinia. Okay, that means because you are not in the same tenants, it's not uploading it for you. Ideally, when you have access to app, you click on this app, you'll be able to see it. Let me minimize this. Okay, so you don't have any app yet. So if you have app, we'll get it here. Okay, let's say get app. Okay, these are available public app that can be used. The one I created now It's supposed to be here. Assuming we are in the same organization, it should be here. Okay. But because we are not in the same tenant, that is not the same organization, so that's why it's not picking it up. But I will share with you and let's see if that share can work. Okay. So we've seen how to create an app. It's not difficult to create an app. All right, so to create an app, we click on the reports that I want to create an app for, and then it will tell us the app link, like this one. Okay, when I created the other app too, it provided me the link for the app. Okay, I think I can still go back to my own and show you. Come back to this apps. This is my app, which you can see here. Okay, if I come to my workspace, come to my own workspace, I created a workspace, so it should show my workspace. Okay, let me reduce this. Okay, all right, so we can always create a workspace. So we have seen how to create workspace. I needed to see my workspace. So once we create an app, it will give us a link, and then people can have access to the link. Configure and update a workspace app. How do you want your updates a published app? You can navigate back to the workspace, make any necessary updates, and then we can click update app, and that will update the app that has been published before. Okay, how is the admin workspace different from other type of workspace? Admin workspace are the only role that can remove users. Okay, so the person you give admin workspace role, that person can add user and can remove user. What is the best description of a workspace? A workspace again is a centralized location or a repository that allow us to collaborate with colleagues and teams, and to also create collections of reports, collections of dashboards. So when you create a workspace, you can add your report or create a report inside of that workspace to be able to do collaboration. The next one is sharing and managing assets. Okay, we need to be able to monitor usage and performance. So when you share your asset, that is when you share a workspace or you share an app, we can actually see and monitor the usage of it. So from here, it shows us the reports usage, which is what we have here. We can also monitor the performance as well. So it will tell us the daily performance, okay, from this end. And then from here, we can specify the performance over a range of dates. This is like starting from the 5th, okay, starting from the 5th to the 6th. So between one day, it should tell us the range of data that we have. Okay, development lifecycle strategy. We can manage our content in dashboards, manage the content in reports and data sets in different environments. And to do that, we come also to our Power BI service and click on deployment pipeline. So with deployment pipeline, we'll be able to design, review, and revise any content that we have in development workspace. So development workspace is you are creating a report, but it's not yet ready for you to publish. So you can create a kind of deployment pipeline. That is, you provide time for you to test it and preview, okay, before it is being deployed eventually to everyone in the company. So a development pipeline is creating, showing the progress as you work on your application. So the first thing you do in development pipeline is, instead of publishing straight to production which will make it available to everybody. You can publish to test. When you publish to test, with that you can give few people, okay, access to be able to work with it, to test it, and give you a feedback. When they provide a feedback, okay, and you incorporate the feedback, you can now later deploy to production. That is talking about deployment pipeline. Okay, so we can view our data lineage as well, similar to the one we used before. We can have the sources of our data for a particular report or a particular dashboard. Like we mentioned before, you can put you can bring data from multiple sources. This is one source called CSV or Excel sheets or text. This is another source which is Excel itself, XLX. This is Excel format, and then this one is another CSV file. So you have three different files that you bring together to create a report. So when you bring in the three different files will be put in one storage. The storage where the three different files is being put is called data sets. Okay, data set or data flow. So here your sales data set is now going to have data from three different files: the CSV file, the Excel file, and also this reseller file as well. So you have reseller targets file, you have from your data .excel file, you also have from the reseller sales 2020 file. So these three comes together and then is put inside a data set. Okay, so a data set is a collection of two or more files, which or two or more data or two or more tables from different files. This is one detail from here. The data from here will be in here. Data from here will be in here. So the data from the three of them will be inside of your data set. Okay, and then from a data set you can actually create a report called sales data. Now you can also have another data set which is called tailwind sales, which can actually be probably a data from only one source or multiple sources. Now from this is showing something like a server. This is like coming from a database server. This one, this shows that this is coming from something like SQL server. Okay, so you have tailwind sales table coming from SQL server. Here you have a text or CSV file called reseller. Another one is Excel. This Excel sheet. Okay, another one is also reseller 2020 OCs. These three go in here and become a data set, that is a collection of data from multiple, okay, sources. This is source one, another source, okay, and this one is from SQL server. That's like what this picture shows. Then you can build a report based on this table. You can call the report tailwind sales. Based on these three, we can build a report called sales data. You can pin you can pin The way we create our dashboard is by right clicking on the report and we pin it to dashboard. So you can pin these reports to dashboard. You can also pin sales data to the same dashboard to create a sales dashboard. Okay, so we can view how a particular sales dashboard was created, and the viewing will show us, when you click on the viewing, it will show us the map, a kind of a data flow of how the dashboard was created. All right, data protection. How do you protect your data? You can classify and label sensitive Power BI data. What are sensitive Power BI data? Sensitive data are data that you should not expose. Okay, data that you should not expose. Data such as maybe the ID of people in the organization, that can be classified as data because the personal data that identify the people. Okay, it can be also maybe credit card number is an example of sensitive data that should not be exposed. Even if you have it in a report, you must make sure it's not exposed. All right, so we can, there are other ones, credit card number, okay, even bank account number can also not be exposed because it's personal. Okay, this is credit card number, social security number, enforce governance policy even when Power BI content is exported. So we can ensure that even if someone should take a copy of this, there will be a policy. Policy is what dictates the level of detail of information that can be shown to any user who have access to the Power BI. You can also monitor and protect user activity on sensitive data in real time. That is, we can monitor and know whether people are trying to view the sensitive data or not, real time. Okay, we can also empower security administrator by using the data protection available in Power BI. Okay, Power BI service. That's where you have it in Power BI service. So if you look at a document like this, finance documents are documents that contain a lot of sensitive data. Financial reports of a company that has not been published, okay, publicly should not be allowed to be shared with people who are outside of the organization. And that is part of the things you can do when you have a report like this. You can set your report security to be able to specify what should be done to sensitive data. So you classify data that are sensitive here, okay, and then you can also monitor when people view sensitive data at any point in time, when people who have the right to view it, because with your enforcement of governance policy, only the right people who have the access can actually view. But it's also important that you also monitor that those who are given the privilege to view, you want to monitor when they view it and what they did after viewing it. Maybe they did a copy somewhere and all of that. Okay, what feature in Power BI service can you use to troubleshoot the flow of data from a source to destination? That is called view lineage. That will show us the flow of data from source to destination. A key tenet of data protection is sensitive data, which specify what? Which data can be exported. Okay, so sensitive label will show that, oh, these data that have sensitive label, you cannot export them because the data are sensitive. All right, so we've seen workspace and then sharing and managing Power BI assets. So for further detail on this, you can actually click on this link. I think maybe let me open it. If we can all follow this one to do a lab. Let me see. Okay, introduction. All right. Yep. Okay, I think we can all follow this. Yep. So I'll put this link here. Please follow this one to create a kind of, yeah, follow this to have a hands-on experience on just on this topic that I have just taken you through now. Can we all click on this link? Please click on the link and then spend, let's see the duration of the time you should spend to do it. Okay, 7 minutes or 10 minutes. Can we try to spend the next 15 minutes to do this? So I've given you, this will serve as our lab 11, even though lab 11 is not provided, but because you have access to the premium accounts, okay, of Power BI service, then you can do it yourself. So please click on this link and follow this to create, to distribute a report or dashboard. So can we all follow this? Can we all follow these guides? I have created something similar to that for you. Let me see from here. Okay, please go ahead. Let me release. Okay, I've cancelled it. Okay, so go to Power BI service and create a workspace. Click on workspace, create. So this is the one I've created before. You see, it was hidden before. When I came to workspace, then I can select the one I've created. Okay. If I make any modification to this, I can update the app. So that's just, I mean, 4 or 5 steps, you'll be done. Okay. If I want to create a dashboard from here, all I need to do is come to this comment and pin to dashboard. Okay, can click on the profits. Okay, I can come here and also pin to dashboard. It's asking me which dashboard. I can create a new dashboard from here. I can call it profit analysis pin live. Okay, I can go to my dashboard and then I can see my dashboard. I can come here, okay, and see related contents, open the usage metrics. Okay, I can set it as future. I can open this is the lineage view that we mentioned. You can open the lineage view. So when you create a report, you come to this 3 dot here. You can see more option. See related content. All right. It says there's no related content to this. I can come again and see open lineage view. Lineage view will open a new tab for me. All right. So you can see from here the lineage view how this report was created. Can we see what makes up this report? So you can see the lineage view. Okay, you can probably see it bigger on your own screen. Lineage view. Okay, provide me the lineage view. All right, so I can see how it was created. Okay, all the detail I can see. Okay, it's already included in the app. And then from here, I can click on access. Okay, so from this access, I can add admin, create somebody, put an email, and then specify if the person is an admin, okay, or a user. Admin person is the only one who can remove other users. So this already is the permission for myself. I can put another email, okay, and then specify whether the person is going to be admin or member or contributor, okay, and to show the permission here. All right, so if I'm okay with this, I can also click on update app. All right, still leaving the same name, leaving the same logo. Okay, the permission still the same. Then I can click on updates. When you update a large one to take a longer time, click on update. And then it gives to me a link to where it can be accessed. Click copy. All right. Fortunately, I'm not able to copy out of here. Let's see. I think I copied it here one time. Okay. All right. So I'm able to copy it here. Let me see if I can copy it out of here to outside of the VM. Okay. Oh, no, I copy it here. Oof. So it's not copied. Okay. Except I type it out. But that link is the link that can be used to view the reports. Okay. Go to the app. It opens the app for me. All right. So have we created app? It's just about 5 steps and you'll be able to get it done. How many of us have created app? Can I check your, let me check how many people have been able to create app from here. All right, so how many of us have been able to go through the link to create an app? Let me know so I can check it out.